Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. We are going to play March of the Living, an indie zombie survival roguelike that I had a chance to try a few days before it hit Steam. The link is in the description if you want to learn more about the game or purchase it for yourself. Now, the game is really awesome, but as usual I could speak about it for a long time before actually playing it, so instead I'm just gonna start and explain everything as we go. So, you have 4 characters in the game, but I have all of them locked. I haven't really gotten all that far in the game when I was testing it. We have just Greg here. Greg has 10 HP, starts with 20 pistol bullets plus 6 in his old revolver. He has no shotgun or rifle bullets, and he has 5 food rations. Apart from the old revolver, we will start with a hammer and a flashlight, and we have 3 skills to start with: pistol expert, shotgun intermediate, and rifle intermediate. Steadfast and decisive, Greg might not be the luckiest man alive, but when his mind is made up, there's no dissuading him from his course. He will stop at nothing when it comes to finding his ex-wife and child. So that is the story of Greg that we are going to play. Each of the characters has their own story, or I assume, but Greg is the one you start with and that I learned to love and admire. So, the map is loaded for us, and we have the start entry of our story. For the past couple of weeks, you have been barricaded up in your home trying to get a hold of your ex-wife Chloe over the phone. No one on the other end has ever picked up though, and this has made you worried for both her and your son, Tom, over whom she has custody. Even though you and Chloe may not have parted on the best of terms 2 years ago, you still care about them and want to be sure they're both safe in this post-apocalyptic nightmare. Storing as many supplies as you can realistically carry in your old car, you drive over the state border towards their home. Soon enough, your vehicle runs out of fuel and grinds to a halt. Just before you ditch it though, you hear an interesting broadcast over the radio. Survivors in the secured city of Wollston, far to the east, claim to have a ship, which they plan to use to find sanctuary offshore. If you can't find Chloe and Tom, maybe you can take them there. So let's start our journey. Now, no one is claiming that the story of this game is really original, but what I love is the pixelated graphics and the overall, I would say, atmosphere that the game has. Now, let's go over the interface before we actually start playing. This is Greg. We have health, fatigue, and hunger. We will need to sleep, and we will need to eat if we want to survive. Here we have 20 bullets, no shotgun or rifle bullets though, and we have 5 food rations. It's day 1. 8:02 in the morning, and destination 0 kilometers. The destination is the distance to the place where we are walking. Growls show the overall danger in the area that you are passing through. So this is the map. The map is the central point of the game. It is randomized every time you play it. These are destinations that we can walk to, and they show where you could walk from them. These are cities. Cities are way more way more dangerous than other destinations, but you can find a lot of stuff in them. This is our target, Chloe's apartment, where we will need to go. Actually, you don't have to worry about not having enough places to go, because look at that, there are 3 sectors currently, and I only ever got to the end of the first one, which was a bit by luck, but you know, I never really intended to try that. I was just testing the game. So we could go to any of these nodes, but I'm gonna go to the city first, which might not be all that wise, but we have a lot of stuff at us, so we might stand a good chance of surviving the encounter in the city. You can see that the destination was going down, and now we are in the city at 11:50. You arrived in Harrison City. Cities are great to find supplies, but they are also highly dangerous places, so be careful. We can search one of these 5 places. We're gonna start by police station. We need to find a shotgun or something, because, or at least a bit more bullets. Now, I usually don't go for a full 60-minute search, which will yield you most of the supplies, but there's also the highest chance of an encounter. But here we need all the help we can get. So let's try it and pray. Damn, we did it without running into enemies. So we got antibiotics, we got pistol bullets and rifle bullets. Nice, that's good, that's good. Good start. So now let's scavenge. We could go to the hospital, grocery store, or drugstore. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and search there for 40 minutes, hoping to find some food and not some zombies. Nice, again. 2 food rations, that's good. Now, we don't need the drugstore, we don't need the hospital. Let's search the apartments, but just quickly, 20 minutes. 1 more food ration, good. So let's get the fuck out of here before zombies notice us. Now, as we are going towards Koi apartment, I'm gonna go... This would lead us through another city, which might be a better choice. So let's go southwards, in the hopes that we might not encounter or need to scavenge there again. So at the end of every area that you enter, or at the arrival to every area, you will have the possibility to, you know, decide, or, you know, you have an event and you can act accordingly. As you can see here, we don't have a trait nurse, so the outcome depends on who you're playing and how the things are. So cries of agony attract your attention from just over a rise in the road, where you spot a man sitting down. You move closer but suddenly halt as you realize that past the bump, the road is completely lined with small, sharp wooden stakes. And not only that, the man's body has been impaled by the stakes in several places: feet, hands, buttocks. Just looking at the pain this man is in makes you cringe. We can try to lift the man out, or put him out of his misery. Or leave. Damn, I would like to try to lift the man out, but let's try to help him. Carefully avoiding the sharp stakes, you creep over to the man and try your best to lift him up as fast as to not prolong the pain any more than necessary. He screams incoherently in your ear during your attempt, causing you to waver, but you manage to keep steady and leave the field of spikes. It occurs to you after putting him down that with the sheer amount of blood he's losing, there's no way he'll survive for long. You may have just hastened this man's death. Bandage the wounds as best as you can and leave. Ripping up the man's clothes, you do your best to form makeshift tourniquets to try and stem the bleeding. You doubt it's anywhere near enough to save the poor sod, but there's no point in wasting any more time or effort into saving him. You leave the man to his fate. Well, that wasn't a problem. I might have shot him, but, you know. So we're getting a bit fatigued. No penalty yet, and no penalty from our hunger. So we can continue on, then we're gonna eat and rest. It's getting late though, it's 17 o'clock. This is far. And we're getting hungry. Too. You see a man carrying a deer off in the distance. You briefly travel into the forest and see he's going towards a cabin. Approach the man. You try to sneak up behind the man to see what he's doing, but you make too much noise. You know, if you're trying to sneak up on me, you gotta do better. The man keeps walking towards the cabin. Been hunting out there for years. Heard you walking behind me for the last few minutes. What can I help you with? Want some deer? Yes. Sure, you can have some. He's a bigger fella anyways. More than enough to share. I'll trade you some meat for some bullets from our rifle. Deal? Nice. Give him 5 rifle bullets. You give him the bullets and he goes into his cabin. A few minutes later he comes out with a chunk of meat. There you go. Get going now. I have stuff to do. If you're happy with what you got, and leave the man to himself. So yeah, we're losing health because we are hungry. So let's eat. And then we are going to sleep. This is a risky zone to rest, I know, but there isn't much that we can do other than that, so let's rest. And so there won't be any encounters during that, and it's raining. How awesome is that? Yeah, our fatigue is going lower. Come on, come on, come on, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Safe and sound. And now let's get the fuck away from here. Go. I hate traveling during the night, but there seems to be no way you can actually alter what is happening, so we'll just have to deal with it. You are approached by an elderly man in a ragged looking cloak. Behind him are 4 infected, but they seem strangely docile. After long years of study, I finally done it, he whispers. The dead walk thanks to my arcane rituals. The man seems to be completely mad, but given the infected behind him, maybe he's onto something. Let him keep talking. The strange man babbles incoherently about grimoires and ancient ritual practices, all while the infected stand behind him as though no one edible is around. And now you shall join the ranks of my minions, the man shouts suddenly, throwing water balloons at you. They hit their mark, and the infected suddenly stumble towards you. God damn it. Flee this encounter at the risk of losing equipment or a group member. I don't think we'll get anything from zombies here. So let's try to flee. Did we lose anything? What is happening? Okay, did we lose anything? No, we have everything we had before. We haven't lost any bullets or anything. Okay, good. I avoided an encounter with zombies. That's fine. So this is where we are now. Are we... Yeah, we're really hungry, so let's eat. And continue. Oh, I get it. We can't go there. So let's go here. 9:50, 10 o'clock. Damn, this is a long trip. And it's kind of a dangerous area. There's an overturned truck in the road, apparently used to transport exhibits to a wax museum. The contents have long since spilled out, and many have been melted in the sun. It's a gruesome, albeit fake sight. However, the wax figures apparently used real props. It may be worth checking for a weapon. We can search the truck or leave the truck. Let's search the truck. You step over the mangled wax bodies and check the inside of the truck. After a bit of searching, you manage to get your hands on something reasonably lethal. A hammer. Okay. We already had that, but fine. And we're getting really tired. So let's rest a bit. This is a dangerous area. I know. Why did we make fire during the day, but not during the night? That makes little to no reason. And the growls are increasing. Come on, let's get out of here. So let's go this way. So far I'm happy with our progress. Oh god, no. Okay, so this is combat. I think I didn't really explain it last time that we tried to avoid it, but there are only 2 zombies approaching us this time. So in combat, the zombies are trying to approach you. You see the little numbers below them here. That's the chance of hitting them. As there are only 2, I'm gonna let them come closer to me. I have 2 possibilities. Either wait, don't attack any target, or aim at the body, or aim at the upper body. I try to aim at the upper body because that makes way more damage, and I'm gonna shoot at them around this mark. Okay, that's 1 down. And now the second one. Oh god, we missed. Come on, shoot him! Again! How could you miss? Oh god. Well, we killed them. Let's reload our revolver and continue to our destination. After a lengthy forced march that resulted from trying to escape a large group of rotters, you're beat and feel as if you need a break. Much to your delight, there is a quaint little cottage nearby that appears to be abandoned. You head towards it expecting a place to relax. Go inside. You open the door and head inside. Everything you see is caked in a thick layer of dust, as if it hasn't been touched in months. You wipe down a couch you find in the living room and carefully remove all your gear so you can relax. Let's rest. You take a load off for a little while. Fatigue has been decreased. After a refreshing break, you decide that it's time to get back on the road. Gathering your equipment, you return back to your journey. Awesome. Actually, could we rest here? No, this is a risky zone to rest. And we really can't. But, you know, it was a good spot. So now, which one of these three places are we going to go in? We can go here, here, or here. This one is the longest, so let's walk and hope that we will be fine. I think we're gonna stop in a while and eat. Yep. And then continue. You start hearing a continuous stream of low moans. Understandably concerned, you start tracking the sound to its origin. As you get closer and closer, a foul stench becomes more and more apparent, making you want to gag, but you persevere through sheer force of will. Hidden amongst the trees, you discover a nearly unconscious man who has been held in place thanks to a triggered bear trap. These hunks of metal teeth have sunk deep into the man's leg, no doubt allowing infections to set in. Let's try to help him. You move closer and attempt to free the man, but he suddenly lunges out as you get close. Fortunately, your sharp reflexes allow you to avoid him with ease. The rotter continues to try and grab you. You manage to dodge past and dispatch it quickly. Realizing you wasted your time, you move back to the road. Okay, now we could go to the city. I think we're gonna rest for a bit. We want to be as up and about as possible when we go to the city. So now, let's head to the city and enjoy our stay there. We will search for more guns at the police station. I doubt we will be lucky enough again as we were before, but we need bullets. We need all of them. Yep. Oh god, they're behind me! Shoot! Okay, now this guy. Okay, and this guy. Come on! Oh god, kill him! Fuck me! This one from poor to worse really fast. But we found 6 bullets and 12 rifle bullets and a hammer again. God, do we have anything? Yeah, let's use the antibiotics to heal a bit. And scavenge. We need to scavenge the hospital now. Let's go for the minutes. We need something to heal. Did I reload? Okay, I haven't found anything. Let's reload the gun. Grocery store for 20 minutes. We just need some food. Yep. And drugstore for 40 minutes. We need to find something that we can heal with. Okay, I'm gonna try to avoid them a bit. Shoot the fucker. And this guy. Come on. Again! Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him! Can you avoid them like this? Oh god, you can! I wasn't aware of that. If I was, I would have done it before. Okay, now how many... Okay, now reload. And turn. And shoot. God damn it, we're such a bad shot now. Oh god. And we haven't found anything useful. God damn it. Well, let's search the apartments for 40 minutes. And I hope that we will find something other than zombies. Nice! 7 bullets and 2 food rations. So, this was actually... Overall, we lost a bit of health. But I learned something, and we got way more bullets now. So let's continue on to Chloe's apartment. Damn, that's a long trip. Let's eat. Continue. Actually, are we getting too fatigued? Let's rest a bit. Seems to be like not such a bad place to actually rest at. God damn it, that encounter with zombies. I don't know why I didn't realize that you can actually move around the map, but at least you guys see that I am not that good in this game. We can run together. You arrive outside your ex-girlfriend's apartment, carefully entering the front lobby through the shattered glass front door. You keep an eye out for infected as you make your way to the third floor. To your dismay, you find fresh blood sprayed across the walls in a macabre display, matching the cordite smell and a mix of human and rotted corpses through the building. This place must have fallen recently, making you fear the worst for your ex-wife and kid. You sneak over to the door of Chloe's apartment and listen carefully. You're alarmed to hear pottery smashing to the ground. Someone inside must be looting the place, or maybe it's some infected that got stuck inside. You're not sure, but it's a cause for concern. You ready your weapon just in case. Enter the apartment. As quietly as you possibly can, you slowly open the apartment door and creep inside. It's difficult to see with the lights seemingly shot out. Peeking around the corner into the large living room, you see a lone figure tearing the place apart, tossing aside piles of clothing and junk, trying to find something of value. This figure, a short, sniveling man, has a shotgun slung over his shoulder and seems incredibly agitated. You watch him for a moment and notice him shaking and making strange noises every time he lays a finger on something. Try to diplomatically approach and talk to the man, or this man seems too unstable to reason with. Try to talk to him. You call out to the man from across the room, maintaining a safe distance. The stranger whips around on the spot, pulling the shotgun off his shoulder and shakily aiming it at your stomach. "I was here first! Get out! This is my spot!" After that, the man starts shouting incoherently. This is looking sketchier by the minute. Explain you're only looking for your boy, or try to shoot him before he does something stupid, or offer him your flashlight if he promises to calm himself and will let you look for signs of your child. Let's explain. You try to talk the man down, but he clearly doesn't want to listen to you. "I told you it's my spot. You want to take my stuff, don't you? I'll shoot you if you step forward." Shoot him. We did all we could. Before the man can react, you fire your own weapon, striking your target cleanly in the torso. Whatever light was in the man's eyes has faded away, thanks to you. You check out his shotgun, and know the model, and immediately throw it away. The body and barrel show enough damage on it that you're certain it would explode if you tried to fire it. Let's search the apartment. You search the bedroom and find a corpse laid out on your former bed, its face disfigured by... Oh no. There's no mistake that short, dark blonde hair, those highlights. Poor Chloe. You're going to find whoever murdered your ex-wife and completely destroy them. Enraged, you walk out of the room. There's no sign of Tom, but by searching the apartment further, you find a note scribbled on a torn shred of paper sent by Zach, your ex-bastard of a boyfriend. Read the note. Warren, as always, you're late. I'm taking off out of this crazy place and going to my cabin. You know the place. I'm stuck with this stupid kid right now, but I figure we can use him to sneak into places and steal shit. If he dies, he dies. Anyway, don't waste time. You know where to find me. Zach. That's a fucker right there. You have mixed feelings about the situation. While you're glad Tom wasn't left to die here with his mother, it's clear that Zach doesn't care about him the way you do. You know all about the cabin Zach is talking about, considering it used to be yours before it was taken in the divorce. You remember Tom complaining about how dirty it was when he was taken there by his mother last summer. The fact that Zach isn't taking care of the place pissed you off. Head to your old cabin. Your map will be updated in Zone 3. So, there. We need to get to the Zach's cabin.